Good evening and welcome to Music for the Mind. Tonight we're featuring half of the band THrashED Silence with Jason Robichaux and Jonathan Arsenal. And Bob Mersereau is our interviewer again tonight, so welcome everyone.
Thanks, Laurie.
Thanks.
Just to give a little context about Music for the Mind, Music for the Mind is a compilation CD that the Canadian Mental Health Association of New Brunswick is putting out, and it's songs all about people's mental health journey and their stories. And about a year ago, we put out a call to musicians, to singers, songwriters, to people who, kind of pen their story and, maybe they're thinking they might want to turn it into a song or what have you. Like, we wanted to reach out to those people to put together this album, and we had over 60 entries and were able to whittle it down to 12. It was a tough job, but we think that we have 12 very diverse songs on our CD, and we're really looking forward to showcasing all of the artists. And tonight we're showcasing one of the artists. Bob Mersereau is a music writer who lives in Fredericton, New Brunswick, who's written several books on Canadian music, including the best-selling Top 100 Canadian Albums. So we're honored to have you as part of Music for the Mind, Bob, and take it away.
Thanks, Laurie. Hey, guys, how are you?
Good. Thanks.
Good. And where are you? Even more important, where's THrashED Silence based out of?
We don't. Fredericton's more. Fredericton. Because we all live in each different area surrounding Fredericton, so Fredericton.
Now, it's a new band, just starting out, right? Basically, when did you get together?
In February of this year, yeah. So right before COVID.
Oh, good. So, perfect time to get all your gigs in, and
perfect time to start practicing. Yes.
Yeah. How have you been managing trying to start a band during pandemic time?
It was very difficult.
We had about 4 practice, and then we didn't practice for a few months.
Yeah.
And then we started again about a couple of months ago, and then now we're at a standstill again. So
yeah. What happens is you get that momentum where we had our first practices and we built up this energy and we're like, "Whoa, this is so cool!" And then it came to a halt.
Whoomp.
Yeah.
Oh, now you guys are family, so you're allowed to bubble with us tonight, side by each. So, brothers-in-law, I take it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Great. And who does what in the band?
I play guitar, lead guitar,
and I play rhythm guitar and sing.
Right. All right. And who are the other members?
James McCoy, he's the bassist, Mr. Bass, and there's Melissa Lavigne, who's the drummer.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to times when we can come see you play as well as hear you on this. And thanks for submitting the song. So, Jason, this is one of yours. Did you have it kicking around for a while, or
a very long time, actually, maybe 20 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I've been writing since I'm 14, so I wrote poetry and I write songs and stuff, and I've done that forever, and I've kept most of it. So yeah, I had this song, and when I seen Music for the Mind, and they were asking for submissions, well, I submitted a few songs, and this one was chosen. So.
Great. What was it about this song that you said, you know what, this is one that meets the ideas that putting forward?
Well, it's that I wasn't sure what the ideas were at first, right? So I submitted this song here, which had a positive spin to it, saying you know what, don't be discouraged. There's you have so much potential or whatnot. Even if things are going bad, but the other songs were relating to mental health as well, but they didn't have that positive spin, right? They were just songs that spoke about a particular issue or situation.
Yeah. And it actually became the first song that the band got to work on kind of first original in a way. So what was the process, Jonathan? How did you have the band get together and do this?
Well, once Jason told us that this song was chosen, we got together and practiced, and yeah, we had a few practice before we actually went and recorded it.
2 to be exact.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, well.
And it got thrust upon you as a band. How did it bring the band together, kind of, Jonathan? Was it a way for you guys to start feeling more like a group?
Well, it's definitely a good experience to be in the studio together, yeah, and do it, yeah. Well, I think so. Yeah, I think it definitely helped for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And is the idea to do the band's going to be doing a lot of originals, hopefully?
That's
That's mainly what we're working on.
Yeah.
We do have
Great.
a lot of
Perfect.
Yes, we
All
do.
right. Well, let's talk about the mental health aspect of it. How important, Jason, has it been to express yourself through music and to express the, those kind of strong emotions of mental health that comes up in your daily life?
Well, for me, it's very therapeutic, and sometimes it's the only thing that helps, right? Like, certainly, like when I first started out, I was only like 14 when I started writing like poetry or my ideas and stuff, and I came from a background where you don't talk about your problems, and you're a guy, you don't cry, so all of that put together, so it had to come out somewhere, so it came out on paper, and I must have felt relief when I did it because I continued doing it all my life, right?
Yeah, Jonathan. Obviously, when I heard your response here a second ago about wanting originals for the band, is it important that the songs have meaning, have message like that? Is that one of the things that you guys want to get across?
Definitely, yeah. It's always good to have a message in the music, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are songs that are just for fun, like just to make people, enjoy life, or, but it's nice that if they have like some kind of positive spin or message.
Yeah, with that. All right. Well, let's talk about the song. It's Prendre, Mersereau.
Yep, you got it.
My mangling there. Tell me about it. What's the because when I read the translated lyrics, it kind of doesn't quite get the message across. But what's it all about?
Well, basically, it's just about like it was basically when I wrote it a day in my life. Like you wake up and you don't want to get out of bed, and you just see this mountain of problems in front of you, and you see no way through or over or around, and it's just like you get discouraged, and then you have to like try and convince yourself, and listen to what people saying like, what, like you have so much potential, or you can do this, or you can accomplish things, and you just got to make that first step, and pretty much that's what the song's about.
Yeah. And Jason, we haven't talked about your day job, which is a stressful one. We all know you're an RCMP officer. How has music helped you deal with all the stuff you see on a day-to-day basis?
Well, it's the same thing, right? Like, for example, Mersereau, when that happened, I can still remember where I was when I found out the news that 4 RCMP officers were shot and lost their lives, and I wrote a song about that. Or 9/11, same thing. I remember where I was when I seen it on TV. I was working as a prison guard then, and I wrote a song about that. And I met a kid actually recently that he's not a kid anymore, but he still said like, "Hey, I still play that song that you wrote," and so it could be all kinds of stuff, right? Like as a police officer, like you said, like there's a lot of stressors, and you deal with a lot of people that are are going through a rough time, maybe emotionally or mentally. And yes, you need an outlet. If you don't have anybody to talk to, or you should try to, to communicate with people. But for me, it's been probably the most therapeutic thing that I do.
That's great. And I mean, it's, when you're able to bring that much understanding to the songs as well, I think it really strengthens the lyrics and strengthens the way you present the message. So, valuable guy to have on your team in a new band, Jonathan?
Definitely.
So what's the band going to be like, Jonathan? It's hard to tell from just one song, but what are you guys looking forward to?
Well, we have lots of different style, actually.
Yeah.
We play, so we play ballad, we play some blues, we got rock, so we're not really set in stone on what kind of genre we want to do. We create and play what we feel like. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, super. Well, I'm really glad you were able to start the band with this project. It's kind of neat that a brand new band and a new song, an old song that's new again. Got to do, yeah. All right. Thanks a lot. Great to meet you guys, and good luck with the band. So, thanks for the song, Lori.
I'm not sure if you're aware or not, but for Music for the Mind, there is a tagline for Music for the Mind. It's be inspired, be creative, and show resilience. And there's been definitely that theme throughout all of these interviews, and for sure with THrashED Silence, when I messaged you and said, hey, we want to use your song, you were so honored and you were so inspired. You got that band together, and within a week your creativity just shone through with you being able to come into Studio Z Productions and put together this song with Mike Oz. And with your mental health journey and story over the years, Jason, you and I have had many opportunities to talk. You definitely show resilience and know that recovery from mental health issues and mental illness is absolutely possible. So I thank you guys for being open to coming in on such short notice and recording your song and donating that song to the Music for the Mind compilation album, and for your support, and Bob, your support as well to mental health. Thank you. Much respect to all of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great.